Oh, is that what it's saying?
Well, I think it was Alex when he was behind the scenes
Oh,
there.
okay. My bad. Sorry, Alex. I'm just seeing that right now. Pat Sore taking it easy.
Oh, it's broken. I'm a broken man.
All right, buddy. You're going to get through this.
Yeah.
You're going to get through this.
The,
No
the
worries.
event killed me. The event killed me.
Knocked you off your feet, buddy.
Yeah.
It knocked you off your feet. Did you get all the sharing done? Sharon's carrying? It's all
no.
done?
Oh, God, no. I'm working on it.
No? You're working on that still?
Yeah.
That's all right. You work on that. Get that going, buddy.
Right.
All right. But I think we should reveal ourselves. There we go. Oh,
sorry.
There's an oldie. Hey?
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. There we go. Hey, look at you, commando guy, all suited up, ready for the next fight, aren't you? Me too.
Ready for the next game.
All right. How you doing, bud? You good?
Oh, doing good. Like I said, just sore. I messed up my knee after the last event, and between that and something at home, so a lot to digest there, like the story of everything. But yeah, otherwise doing pretty good. Just relaxing at home, taking it easy with my knee, and getting better so I can get back to work and get back out there and do stuff. That's about it. I sprained my MCL.
That sucks, brother.
Yeah, it's a lesson learned. As you get older, before events and stuff like this, you gotta
stretch, bud.
Gotta stretch. That's exactly it.
We're getting up there in age, eh? You gotta stretch out those leg muscles and make sure you're all ready to go, like a 1-2-1-2, right?
Exactly. Stretch,
all right.
Get ready, and I don't know, just pace yourself better, I guess. Like, but no, it was an amazing game. Like, let's get into it. Let's just get into it.
Let's get into it. Like, I'm just sitting here patiently waiting. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 2 of Through the Haze podcast. This is where we're doing all our airsoft content, and this is episode 2. This is the after action report. We used to say the good, the bad, the ugly, but that just doesn't sound too good to say it like that, right? Like, a lot of people kind of like, well, switch it up a little bit. So you know what? We're just going to give you an after action report. We're going to hit you with the raw news, and we're just going to give it to you straight. How we felt, what we liked, what we didn't like, what could be done better, what couldn't be done better, if anything could have been done better. So tune in. If you're interested in this type of content, make sure you hit that like button. Follow us if you're not following us already. Go check us out on YouTube. You know, we're doing all right. We got almost 600 subscribers. So if you want to be the lucky number 600, there you go. We greatly appreciate it. So, Pat, we get the phone call. I'm 20 feet in the gate. From Tom. When we pulled up there.
Yeah, like we drove into this event and couldn't show up the night before because of all the rain. It rained like crazy. So they pushed the event times back. So we're rolling up to this event and we're like, what? We don't know what to expect. Like the last one we showed up to the event, you could park almost anywhere you wanted. There was like 100 and some people. We roll into this, it's like, boom, cars everywhere. And like, it's not a small parking lot like Georgina or something where it's like, oh, the parking lot's whatever and it's full. Like, no, they've got parking like lots, like commando, like lots of parking, and it's packed. Like, we had to find a spot. So we roll in, we find Mr. Russell's little setup. He's got his tent and his vehicle and everything set up there. So we get to go park with him. And like I said, just wall to wall cars everywhere. Like, everyone walking around in uniform, tan, green, everywhere, just ready to roll.
You know what's cool about that? Nobody was asking like, hey, where's your armband? Who you fighting for? Where's your armband? Who you fighting for? Motherfucker, look at me. I'm in tan. You know who I'm fighting for today, right? Like, that was a bonus about it. Huge bonus.
That was huge.
And it's kind of it's sorry, but it's a little bit intimidating when you look around and you see everybody all kitted up together. They all have their launchers or their guns and everything on them. Everyone's in sync in their uniform, in their squads, in their team. It just looks pretty nice, doesn't it?
No, like I really like that aspect of airsoft. I like that you have team colors. A lot of this stuff that we've been talking about on the podcast forever, on the Frontline podcast, about how events work, organization, the registration of your teams and stuff like that, balancing of sides, it was done at this event. Sides were, I would say, very balanced.
Yeah.
You just showed up. You had your team name. You just went to registration. Registration was a breeze. Just walked up, gave our names. They're like, here's your team color. Here's your bracelet. Here's your patches.
Number on your bracelet too.
Numbered
your
bracelets.
ID number.
That will come in a little later when we talk about something else, but that's very important. All this stuff is given to you and you know exactly kind of what's going on. So we're in the parking lot. We're getting all our stuff together. We're kitting up. You got to get a lot of stuff ready for events like this, because at the compound where we played, you staging, like the parking lot is not close to where you're playing. Like in distance wise, it's not really super far, but it's like a good like half a click.
I would say it's like from the far back corner of PRZ coming out easily.
Yeah,
where the trailer park was, cutting through all of there and coming all the way through easily. It would be that distant.
So you got to get a
little bit.
Yeah, you got to get a fair amount of stuff ready to sustain yourself on the field. And like us as fairly new players, we're figuring out like what we need. Like we had one game before to kind of dial it in where we brought way too much stuff. And then but the weather was like, we didn't know what was happening. There was rain, it was cold. Yeah. So we didn't know exactly what we needed. This game, we had a little bit better idea of what we needed. The temperatures were better. The weather was way better. Like the rain, like
a lot better.
The rain like held off. It all happened the night before. So I say sorry to the guys who camped out that night because they got hit hard.
For sure. And you know what? To touch on that a wee little bit there, it wasn't that bad. The battlefield wasn't that soaked or nothing. Like, man, we went all day. I didn't change my socks or nothing. Like, when that sun came out and dried it up, like, it dried it up pretty good. And don't forget the foliage in the canopy that we had with the trees too, right? So that helped a lot from getting everything inside the bush pretty wet. But on my way up, I didn't see no rainstorm or nothing. No. So I don't know how bad they got hit. I couldn't answer that. But to me, I wouldn't have thought they got hit at all when we showed up to play.
I think it's because it's so sandy. The sand just absorbs water so fast.
True.
So that really helps. But so parking lot packed, staging, we got our stuff done. Registration went very well, very fast. What else do we have? Chrono line. Yep. Chronoing for airsoft. A lot of guys can't adjust their chrono, like the guys with the HPA can. So they take a little bit of effort to get their stuff ready. Our markers, guns, you really can't adjust much. It's just a spring. Like you can put different powered springs in them. And it's some guns, it's not easy to change the spring. Some it is easy. So you just go up and it is what it is, bro. Like you take your gun and you shoot it. Like it is what it is. If you had I had a really new gun, mine was like literally brand new. Like I got it that week. And I was lucky. I was lucky. It chronoed low, so I'm like, sick.
What did it chrono at?
1.3 joules with 0.28 BBs. So probably like
you're golden.
Yeah, probably shooting like 300 and some feet per second. Because I just need the joule count. I know as long as I'm below 1.5, I'm golden. So I got that one to chrono good. That was my light machine gun. I was this squad leader / support gunner for the day. So I chronoed that one in. And Tim got his. He had a little bit of trouble. Did you not, sir?
Yeah, I had a little bit of trouble. So it was shooting a little bit hot. I had to go through a couple mags just like Magic Mike there suggested to do. So I just stepped out of line real quick, just popped in a couple of mags, pounded them off, and I was like, Tom, toss me one. Tom tossed me. Because I only went up with one or two, right? So Tom set me up with another one, 0.28, I believe they were. Did a couple shots. I was good to go. I was into the fight, ready to go.
Yeah. So
no problems.
And in line 2, they're checking for like the lasers and stuff like that. I know.
Yes, I was gonna say, why were they checking about the lasers? Is that just because like the safety reasons and everything?
Safety reasons. So they want to check, make sure you don't got lasers that are going to blind people or hurt people's eyes or damage equipment. So there is a whole level of stuff that I don't know. Technology wise, I don't know.
So what was happening if you got caught with a laser? Like, would you have to take it off, take the batteries out, or how did that work?
Take it off. Yeah. They asked me if I had a laser, but mine's just a box that the battery's stored in. Eye safety, exactly, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Mike Jay's got here. My laser, there is no laser in my PEC box. It's just to hold a battery. Guy's like, oh my God, you got like a 40 gigawatt laser. I'm like, no, bro, it just holds a battery. That's all it does. It doesn't do anything. So I was safe. But then there's multiple briefings. We're trying to get all this done as we get there. We've now registered. We're chronoing.
Chronoed up. Yep.
Chrono. They're yelling at me that there's a TAN briefing. So I'm trying to run to this other briefing I have. So there's a vehicle briefing. That was at like 10 a.m. Then there was a team briefing. That was at like 11. So I had to go to the team briefing.
Which was for TAN, like you were saying.
Which was for TAN.
And then they had one for green.
Green maybe had their own as well. I don't know because that was for green team. What green team did, I do not know. I'd have to talk to somebody who was there who's on green. So
if anyone's in the chat, they can let us know in the chat.
But yes, I went to the second briefing because I didn't have a vehicle, so I didn't need to worry about it. Got our briefing, was told what platoon I'm going to be in because they broke everyone up, all the squads up into platoons. So we showed up, we were 9 guys and we were in 3rd platoon. There was 3 platoons. There was over 400 players at the event. So each side was organized however they were. I can't speak for the green side because I don't know how they organize their team. I had very little interaction aside from shooting at the green team. So I can only speak to what TAN did. So we got our orders, what was happening. And then we went back and I tried to chrono 2 other guns in this time. Thank goodness my teammate, Mr. Ryan Russell, took those guns for me to chronograph because I had a submachine gun that if I wanted to use it, had to chrono below 1 joule.
Right.
And I had my rifle, which chronoed fine because I used it before. My submachine gun, I just put that spring in, so I couldn't use it for the day. So they have different classifications for weapons. You have like snipers. They have their own special rules. They have to have certifications because they can shoot at a higher speed than everyone else can. Yet LMGs. LMGs have their own special rules. And all these rules.
Well, what? Tell us some of your rules because, like, listen, like not to try to steal the rules from people and to do anything, but there's other people out there now that are starting to make airsoft events that are doing the transition over. So give us some of the rules. Like, what were your rules running that LMG? Dude, what are you doing?
Forgetting things.
Pat, you got to back the train up, bro. You got to give me a heads up here, bro.
Sorry.
Come on, Kobe. But let's go.
So we had the TAN briefing. Then we had the third briefing, which was the rules. And Mr. Muscat was telling all the rules. The rules are all on their website. All on the website. So you know the rules even before you get on the field. You should be pretty well versed in these rules. As stating, they have rules for all the different weapon systems. 4 classes of weapons are allowed at our events. They have pistols, shotguns, assault rifles, all have to be firing on semi-auto. LMGs are allowed full auto, but you can't shoot inside of a building, or if you're inside of a building, your barrel has to stick out of the window to shoot. So I'd have to use my pistol in the building. DMRs, sniper rifles, like they're pretty in-depth. I like the submachine gun rule because I think it adds like another dynamic. It's more than just the rifle. Yes, they shoot shorter range and stuff like that, but you can have full auto. So more full auto is more bueno. So I wanted to have that option, but unfortunately I didn't have time to get it all chrono properly. So
yeah, because let's be honest, like you've been going crazy with the SMG, the LMG, like you just want to blast BBs. I get it. You didn't put that puppy down all day. I think it was once we came out of our first firefight there, and then we took over that fob. When we were in there getting all taken, all mediced up and stuff like that, that was our first engagement. And you pounded like 1,000 rounds. I heard you say in the thing, like, you're like, yeah, I just went through like 1,000 rounds. I was like, oh, this is what kind of day it's going to be, right? Like, I can feel this already. This is going to be spectacular.
Yeah, like, I'm wielding, like, everybody wants to be the squad light machine gun until you have to carry the squad light machine gun is a thing. Like, Tim had to help me carry it out and all the stuff. I'm like, oh my God. And mine's not even that heavy. Mine's not even that heavy. Like, there's ones that weigh way more than mine.
Yeah, but that's just the tiredness of the day, though, right? That got to us. We were fatigued. We were burnt, right? So, not that we were burnt. We could have kept going. We just got burnt from carrying it out because we didn't stop. We just kept going and going. The only time we would stop is if somebody said, hey, you guys heading out or something like that. But that's a heavy bitch. And you got one of the light ones. Some of them are like 20 pounds, bro.
Yeah. So we're going in at this point. We get into our base. Your 2 HQs are on the field. So you never leave the field. So now you have an HQ and they have an HQ. And it was a good. And you go there for everything. Every time your squad has to respawn, which your squad anyways, we'll go into that. Every time your squad has to respawn, you go back to that HQ. You need more ammo and stuff like that, and you got to load mags.
Unless you had the fob.
Unless you have a fob, but I don't know if you can load mags at a fob.
No, you couldn't load mags or nothing at the fob, but you could go there to spawn.
Yes, you could spawn at the fobs. If you captured a forward base, operating base, you could respawn at those, but
one guy inside, 4 on the outside minimum. You had to man it. I got a good story about that. Sorry, Pat, keep going.
Yeah, but so we went to our base for everything. Yes, you could load.
Oh, yes, you could load at the fob.
Okay, there you go.
Right on. Thanks, Ghost.
I would have to go through all the rules. We just reloaded at the main base. But there's more to that story here in a minute. So we go to the main base. They give us our platoons, our radio channels, and everything like that. And shout out to MagFed Jesus. That man was a pure ambassador of the sport, because I'm like, yo, bro, this is like my first time. I don't know anything that's happening. You have to help me out here. And he's like, yo, brother, I got you. I had another map. I had a little map, and he showed me where to go on the map. He told me this is where I want you to go. This is where we're forming the line, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yo, bro, thank you so much. He's like, no problem. You have any more questions, feel free to come up and ask. I'll let you know anything you need to know. So
solid.
Yeah, straight up solid dude, making us feel super welcome for like beginners. So I really appreciate that. So that was great. So now the game goes. Yeah, now the whistle blows. We're on the field. We're doing stuff.
What did we do, Pat? What did we do?
We started running because I was running. He gave us where we had to go. We knew on the map. I'm like, here's where we got to go. We started running on the map, and boom, we didn't make it 100 feet out of the base, and bam, we already started finding stuff on the field. Found a giant objective. I'm trying to call in it on the radio. I'm like, yo, command. They're like, who's this? Who's talking on the radio? What's your call sign? Like, who are you?
Get your paper out again. Look at the back of the map. Damn, who am I? Sir, I forget my name, sir.
This is Magoo, squad leader for Redacted. Like, I didn't know. I had no idea. I'd never done that before. So radio protocol definitely was a thing. Learn how to do it. So I figured that much out. I'm like thinking back on all my previous experiences and like what radio protocol is here. So I called it in. I told them where the objective was. I'm like, yo, you got to send up a vehicle. This is a big boy. Like, you're going to have to bring it back in a vehicle. So felt pretty good. Already got like some stuff happening right out the gate. Then I catch back up with my squad. We get down the road, and now we're already engaged in our first big firefight. So that was pretty neat. The
squad
radio
wiped them.
We did squad wipe somebody, no names.
Squad wiped them.
That's where the 1,000 BB started going down.
Listen, the funny part is I forget who it was. You know, like I forget who it was. They messaged me that a bunch of bullseyes that they were gonna just come for me. I was like, yeah, that's cool. I was playing into it. Then I seen him at the event. Not gonna mention no names. And he's like, yo, you know, it's coming for you. I was like, yeah, I know you're coming for you. And I found out it afterwards. And then I found out from him, talked to you. I was like, damn, that was pretty cool. What happened? What happened?
Oh, we engaged and we just started opening up full on. I just started hammering out rounds.
Oh, here, hold on. Let me remove this comment from Ghost. Sorry, I didn't see I had that on the screen.
But yeah, bro, it was intense. Like we got bogged down in a big firefight, and we started taking like hits and stuff like that. It was pretty good. And like,
so how did you know it was unkind in there in that fight?
I heard Justin Maggs because I play video games with Justin all the time. And
okay.
I just recognized his voice because we're always on Discord. So I heard him yelling some stuff, and then yeah, man, it was
that
really good.
Frag, sorry to cut you off. That frag that fucking blew up. Yo, I was so hydrated, right? I was in the back 40 going code yellow when that frag went off. Goes through a frag, boom, and I almost trickled up my leg and shit.
Oh yeah, you definitely wounded a couple of.
It was hilarious. Oh, dude, yeah. Like a few was got fucked up in there. It was fun.
Yeah,
I remember first contact. Going, that's like your third time going. I was like, yo, bro, I gotta go.
Water was super important. We crushed a pile of water. Like we brought in cases, and it was when we left. I think we had like 4 or 5 waters going out. That was all we had in our bag.
Yeah, I made sure, dude. I was hydrated all day. Like I was good. Like I just made sure, like, this is like, yo, we're out here for hours, like hours. It's different from paintball where you're just like, and which I like this because having everything at your CP. How many times would we play a big game at paintball and you'd be like, yo, I got to go reload. Well, instead of going to CP, you're going to your car, you're going to your tent. Now you're going to have like maybe a beer or a sandwich or something. Excuse me. Next thing you know, you're falling behind. A few guys, you're just like, hold on, give me a couple minutes. No, everything is right there. You don't leave. Don't just stay there. We play the game. And then this way here, it just keeps you in the game more because now you're not like inclined to be like waiting for JoJo down the road, right? Like you're ready to fucking go. And you have everybody around you that's mag bombing or reloading up their kit with their fucking taggings. And you're just like, yeah, let's go. Like,
yeah, we even tried to leave the field at one point. We're like, all right, we got to get off the field to go have supper. And our platoon leader came up. He's like, yo, you guys can't leave. I'm like, what do you mean you can't leave? I can't let you leave. So we got stop lost. Like, you can't leave the field. I'll put you in the queue and you can leave eventually, but I can't let you leave. I need you out in the fight. Like, we got a big battle going on. So very different mentality than paintball. So we just a couple of the guys in the squad were like, yo, we can't go back out. So we just left a couple guys back at CP, and then we went out with a smaller squad, and we were still in the thick of it. So we still have 5 guys, so we're still combat effective. So we still went back out on the field. But man, like, I like that because in the time we were there, we played like 10 hours of gameplay. Non-stop. Like, we didn't stay for the large night portion, which went till like 2 or 3 in the morning because we were gassed.
Hold on. I think it might have went till 5 in the morning because of the pushback. Ghost is in the chat. If you can let us know, Ghost, did it stop at 3 or did it go till 5? I want to say 5, brother. But I have been wrong before. And if I am, hey, you got me.
Yeah, like 1:30. There we go.
Oh, 1:30. Okay. Now, okay, Ghost, can you let us know why 1:30 is? Because wasn't it if everyone got all the missions done before, then it was called?
Yeah.
Oh, we got a 1:30. We got a 2 a.m. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a little debate going on back here, but I think Mike's got it. Yeah.
But yeah, like, you can't leave the field, which is I really like. It keeps you in the game. It keeps you going. It's very fun. Like, that aspect of it, like the squads respawning together and staying together, I think really make this.
Yes, I agree.
And when we played MagFed paintball and stuff like that, you fought as more of individuals. Yes, there was teams out there who worked as teams. I'm not trying to detract from what they did. There's teams that worked extremely well together out there on the field. But there was a lot of people who just played as individuals. In this, you have to play as a team. it forces you to play as a team. It forces you to work and think differently. Because if you start losing guys, you can't leave the area in which your guys start falling. If you
now, sorry, while you're touching on that, what's our radius? Like, I know we can travel a bit, but like, how far away can we go? Just within like yelling distance kind of thing? Like, as if you're to yell for a medic. But I know we never left far from one another. I'm just curious on what it is.
I would have to go and read the exact rules. I can't remember. I think we're like 50
we
feet.
We have guys. Okay, yeah, that sounds right. 50 feet.
That was like as furthest as we kind of went. But yeah, we never got taken prisoner or anything like that. I never saw that. But yeah, 5-minute bleed out. Blah, blah, blah. But we stayed close to where we were and with our guys. And that's kind of what we did. We just wait till we lost enough guys because we didn't have enough tourniquets for all our guys. Because we only had so many because some people on our team didn't have tourniquets. They weren't fully prepared for this. So I think we were rocking, like we were 9 guys. We had 5 tourniquets, 5 or 6.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what we were at.
But see, there was no reason why though. When we went back, we couldn't have grabbed some more tourniquets, right? Rip up a shirt or something, or do something, right? Could have done something, but that was it's all new experience, right? And like a lot of the guys we ran with were all paintballers, right? So everyone coming over, a lot of us didn't know, okay, should we be doing this? Should we have this and stuff like that? It's all learning experience and it was all new. And I'm sure there's some new things there that some veterans that have been playing airsoft for a while that they might have made a mistake or two doing. But yeah, for the greater part of it, guys, just remember tourniquets. We need them. And then when you got to ask for them back, did you see the boys' face when we had to get them back? Like, what? We got to give these back? No, don't worry. I'll crawl through the forest and I'll save you. I'll be there. Don't worry.
But yeah, I like that aspect. The squad return, we had a good system going. Falling where you like on the field, like when you get shot, going down, pulling out the red rag works really good.
Yes.
It shows that a player's hit. Did players get shot that had red rags on them? Absolutely. I apologize. Sometimes you can't see it through the woods, and sometimes they're just in a bad spot, and their buddies using them as cover. So,
absolutely. And to do things like that, what would you suggest, Pat? What would you suggest?
Personally, we were fighting in the village. We were in quite an urban firefight. We just said, all right, we're dead. And we just pulled ourselves away from where the firefight was. We're like, I'm not going to ruin this for the other players where they have to worry about shooting my dead body, who's very dead. So I'm like, I can't be respawned now. I'm just going to go over here. My 5-minute bleed out's up. I'm going to go away from this corner of the building where everybody's shooting at. And I'm going to sit in a spot where everybody can visibly see me. And then when we need to do our return to base, because our squad has too many dead, we'll just get up and leave altogether. But I pulled myself out of where I was in a troublesome spot. I don't know if that's breaking a major rule. There's no advantage to it because I can't be rezzed because I'm dead. But I felt I was doing a service to other players around me, so they didn't have to worry about shooting me anymore.
Now, with players being dead, and see how you pulled yourself away from that. Now, like, let's lead into the one that there was myself, Ryan Russell, Steph, and you. Because now those guys were talking, but we didn't know that if they were dead or what was going on. Yeah. We seen no kill rags. We just heard talking, foreign language. So we weren't sure, like, yo, who is this? Like, what's going on? Like, what the scoop is. Next thing I know, I see you and Steph off to my right pulling out grenades. We're going to go pound these guys. So I heard voices over to my left. Like, I guess it would be to like my 11 o'clock. So I was like, I was out with a frag too. Next thing I know, you guys are full on charge. What went down up in there?
So we were engaged in a massive firefight in the town. We made it outside of the town into this trench line. We're engaged in quite a large firefight for quite a while. The lines were pretty well defined at this point of the game. And something happens. They start assaulting our lines with vehicles and stuff like that. So we had to pull back and then shift. Me and Stefan pulled back and shifted, and then we started moving, and then we heard voices on the other side of a berm like this. There's this grassy hill, and there's a berm up on top, and we hear voices in another language. Seemed to me to be an Eastern European language. That's what I discerned. And so we're like, all right, there's guys on the other team on the other side of the hill. Because, again, the lines are very well formulated at this point. We know it's green right there. They ain't no friendlies over there. That's all bad guys. Because I remember a dude telling me, it's like, there ain't no friendlies out there, man. It's only bad guys. So we start creeping up this hill. We hear the voices still talking. Me and Steph pull our grenades. We run up the hill. Then we see Tim. He's pulling grenades. We're all in it now, in it to win it. And we get to the top of the hill. We start throwing grenades up over this hill. And then we just hear yelling. The guys are like, we're fucking dead. We're dead. We're dead. We're like, bro, you're talking? We heard voices. We thought you were alive. We thought you were in the game. I am so sorry for grenading you. I apologize. I was coming up ready to just full auto unload on people, and here these poor guys are just dead. We just dropped in about 3 sound grenades with them. It felt pretty terrible. So lesson learned, don't talk too much when you're dead.
So now here's the thing, right? I'm not sure which group. It was one of the airsoft groups I seen online, and they were talking. They took a poll if you wanted to have, like, if a dead man down could talk or whatnot. Now, I'm not sure if it was for this game or not, but I think if you've been wounded, you should still be able to talk, because you're just a wounded man. You've got a 5-minute bleed out, right? Now, this is just my thoughts. Whether it did happen in this game, whether it's in other games, just hear me out. I like that rule personally. I know some people say dead men don't talk, but I'm not dead. My 5-minute bleed out hasn't happened. That's how I believe. I should, like, if we're getting Milsim and we're getting into it, like, let's get into it. Hey, Nico, like, let's get into it, right? Like, let's have the whole thing. Maybe not be able to call out people's positions, but you should be able to do, like, certain things, like tell people, like, I don't know, like, I just don't think you should be dead if you're not. Let him talk. Let him say what he's got to say.
Amen.
Because that changes the dynamic of the fight too, right? Because now you're thinking to yourself, if I got to get over here and save Skippy and he's calling out my shit, you might have to set up that defense line a little bit more different. You might have to set it up on an L tag. I don't know. You're going to have to do something different, bro. You have to switch it up.
I'm saying, yeah, that's fine. If you're like, yo, medic, I'm wounded. Come help me. That's fine. But if you're sitting there just shooting the breeze and stuff like that, man, if you get shot again, or somebody throws a grenade at you because they think you're in the game, that's 100% on you. If you're going to lay there in a spot and it's a high traffic area where guys are pounding in BBs because your teammates are using you as a sandbag, that's on you. Like, I used a teammate as a sandbag. I did it. I hid behind him. I laid there and I waited. And then I got a shot. I sniped a guy. And then next thing you know, this guy with an LMG just opens up and I'm dead. I'm like, all right, I'm dead. See ya.
Oh man. So, like, speaking of the LMGs and thinking of the technicals, I remember one time we were with the special forces team, the Black Ops, and they were trying to get to our commander, and they had to get to the other end of the field. So they came talk to our commander. Our commander was like, listen, if you can get this guy to meet me in the trailer park, we can start doing some negotiations, because I guess this guy owed for something that he ripped off to our commander or something like that. I don't know the whole story. So the Black Ops team, they were trying to get down into the Greens territory, find this guy who's wearing a cowboy hat, plaid shirt, and they had to get him back. So now I'm balling with, I come out, I lost you and the boys. And after I lost you and the guys, I was like, man, I have no idea where they are. Like, I was like, what the hell? So this is when this happened. About 10, 15 seconds after this fight right here, Shane, Nick, and I forget who the third one was from OMD. They started going by, and I was like, hey, what's going on, boys? Like, can we chit chat? Like, and they were like, yeah, we got to talk to your commander, this, that, and the third. We got to go find this guy. I wanted to find you guys. So I'm like, all right, let me link up with you guys. I'll help firefight whatever we got to do to get you guys to the end. And then we can split off and let me know, right? Like, when's time. So we get going through, we clear out the whole flank. We get right up to the village. We're right there talking with Unkind. And then they're like, hey, listen, we got to separate now. Like, cause we're going to be a dead giveaway. If we start moving in with them, we're in tan, they're in black, and they got to go find this guy. Right. So we separate. It was me and Ryan Russell. Next thing I know, we're taking our time. We're cutting through. Brother, they were in the one building, LMG fucking just let us have it. We were done. So I wasn't bleeding out because I just said, like, I'm dead because none of our guys were around to medic us. So as we come out into the village, we start walking. I see Shane and Black Ops. Their plan's working. They're just walking, strutting, doing their thing. Green team's thinking, yeah, they're still attached to us. No big deal. And I can hear them talking. Where's our target? Where's our target? Like, and I'm like looking at the target. And I'm like, if I wasn't fucking dead right now, like, there he is. Dead man don't talk, right? And they're like, I wonder where he is. And Buddy's just leaned up against the wall, chilling, talking. I was just like, fuck. Like, there he is right there. But the way they had everyone in the village, everyone's got their own little thing that they're doing. They got like little meetings going on and conversations. So it's like you're thinking to yourself, like, if this is at another type of event, another sport, those would probably just be people shooting the shit, right? That downtime, we're talking. But no, like, you go up to these people, approach them, start talking, like they're in the game. And I was like, man, if I wasn't dead right now, I got back, seeing you guys back there. I was like, where the fuck you guys go, man? Like, we could have came up on them. We were right at the back end of the village, could have dragged him right across. We had that whole flank all the way back, right back to CP, trailer park, wherever you wanted to go. We had it all.
And it's funny because bringing this picture back up, we were off your right hand shoulder there in the woods, probably like 40 feet from you. 40 feet. That's all we were from you. It's just crazy.
that goes to show you how thick it is in there, because Ryan, Russell, and I, we were looking for you guys for about a half an hour, 45 minutes before we decided, like, listen, we gotta go do something. Maybe they're further up in the bush. Two of us ain't gonna do nothing. Seen Shane and the boys, and we were like, hey, let's huddle up and go do something.
And
go ahead.
And I'm going to use this picture again because it brings up a very valid point. The vehicles. We have some videos going to be coming. Technicals. We have some videos coming to you guys in the next couple of weeks of some tours of the vehicles. But the Warmonger's vehicle right here. At the beginning of the day, I didn't know what to expect with all these vehicles on the field. Like, I know the rules for paintball and vehicles and stuff like that. I just want to say very well organized. Very well organized. Very safe. You can see the little light there, the little red light up. So this vehicle has 3 hits before it's taken out. The rules for the vehicles were very well done. The vehicles on the field were extremely safe. If I learned in the briefing, if you throw a smoke grenade at a vehicle and it lands in front of him, he cannot pass through that smoke grenade. He has to stop. He can still shoot through the smoke. And with those thermal imagers, he can still see you through the smoke. That ain't slowing them down. None whatsoever. But he's not going to drive forward. So the vehicles moved extremely slow. They didn't go fast. I think it was very well done. They add an amazing dynamic to the game. When you see one or hear one coming, I a couple times heard a 4-wheeler coming, and I was so like, oh my God, I think it's a tank. And we jump off to the side, and then the ref would drive in on the 4-wheeler, and I'm like, whew, not a technical. Not going to start.
Not a technical.
Not going to start opening up on us with miniguns. It was pretty neat. The technology that was flying around and being used in this game,
dude,
was extremely impressive.
It was incredible. Dude, when we were just what battle? I forget what fight. It was just after. Did we go RTB after with the when we did the 3 grenades, when we got into it with those guys that were dead men talking? Did we RTB after that, or did we keep going? We kept pushing, and then that's when Tom threw the grenade, right?
Yes.
Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, to continue off of that battle there, when we tossed those 3 frags, we start moving. We start getting closer towards the enemy's base, and they're on the left side of the road. We came up the roadway. They're on the left side. We're pushing right side. A couple of our guys, I think it was Ryan Russell and Ariel, they went to cover the other side to stop them from pushing up, because we only seen 2 of them. So as they're up there doing their thing, Pat and I forget who was with Pat. It was Ariel that was with you, that was behind us. So then you guys are behind me. I'm in the one spot. Tom's up at the berm in front of me. And all I can hear is And I'm like, yo, damn, like, is this ours or is it theirs? Like, I had no idea who's coming at us right now, right? So I look up, and next thing I know, I see their whole team shifting. They're just shifting their whole attack, their plan of attack. Next thing I know, we're getting into grenade fights, the whole 9 yards going down. So Tom, the only thing he could do at this point, he had a frag. So he pulls a frag out and he throws it sideways like this and lets go of it. Takes out the squad. The squad lost it on him. Like, they called him like everything under the sun. So like it was getting a little bit heated. That's when you, Pat, called RTB. Let's go. We're all going back RTB. We don't need no headaches. Tom sees one of the officials and he's like, hey, is this cool? And the official's like, yeah, you can do that. That's no problem. As long as you're not like baseball chucking it, right? That's still not good enough for good old Red. Red keeps walking. He sees like a whole squad of officials, and they're like, listen, that's no problem, no big deal. So for the gentleman that did see that and did call us out on it, I understand where you're coming from, but no, that was allowed. That was definitely 100% allowed to throw like that. It wasn't like nobody was throwing overhand or nothing like that. And that is the only takeaway I can say from the whole event.
Oh, like your one
event, anything that you,
yeah.
like a good, bad, the ugly kind of episode. That's the only takeaway I can take away from that, was just that. Maybe they thought he was whipping it over him. Maybe it was because the frags came so close. I don't know, but it was all good. Everyone left, went and did their own way, did their own thing, and had fun. It was still good, but man, that was wild. Hearing the drone,
scouting us out, because it was 2 or 3 times
following us where we were going. Yeah, man, it's just, it adds that level of intensity, because you're walking somewhere or you're patrolling something, and you're like, okay, like I hear nothing, then you hear a humming, and you're like, is that us? Like, I don't know. Next thing you know, you're like, yo, we're under attack. Holy shit. You're like, yo, that drone is definitely not us. Like, that's not us. And like, I like that. Like, it's
let's
that immersion's pretty cool, bro.
Yeah, the immersion is amazing. But let's rewind to something I said at the beginning. Bracelets. Right there would be a bracelet example. So in this whole day of amazing airsoft, I saw 1 or 2 instances of any kind of shenanigans. And they were like, maybe it's shenanigans, maybe it's not. I don't know. But those, you can always call a ref and be like, hey, I think something hokies going down, and get that guy's number on his bracelet. And if you get too many of your numbers pop up on the ref's little sheet, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. They keep track of that stuff.
Yeah.
If your name comes up, you got a name and number attached to that bracelet, you're going to get yourself in trouble. You're going to get yourself kicked off that field. I really like that. I think that's a really good idea. I think it should be adopted in other things. Like, I want to say, like, the organization that went into this game, both sides were balanced. Each team was given a sheet with the names of the players and the squads they had. That's unheard of for like a paintball game. To games I've been to. There may be games out there that do this level of organization. I can't speak to those. This, I thought, was extremely well organized, and I think some people should attend these games and take notes. I'm not blowing hot air here. Like,
no, it's not.
It's very good.
Listen, it's not a diss towards nobody or nothing, but what people organize, and what they do. Like, do we lose? Here's PJ. What's he saying?
You can ask for it. It's the player's reporting system. How you didn't need to ask a ref. Ask that player. You had to give them that number if asked. Okay. See, I never had the thing where I was like, I need that guy's number. It never happened to me. I had one guy I shot at, and did I hit him? Didn't I hit him? That was one guy out of a 10-hour day. That's like, just write it off as whatever. Doesn't matter. Inconsequential. I was very impressed 100%. With the level of honor that the players played with. The intensity of the firefights was amazing. All the pyrotechnics and everything are just crazy. The only takeaway I had for the day was the radio jamming. As a newer player coming into it, like a filthy casual, I call myself, this is like a higher level Milsim game. I would say it's not like a Milsim West. I don't know. I've never been to one, so I can't compare. Again, I'm a filthy casual. So anyone can correct me if I'm wrong. But the radio jamming, the early part of the morning where we had our radios was really good because I was learning a lot on how to use them, what to do, and stuff like that. I thought it was really sweet. It gave me the ability to like hear on the radio what's happening, look at my map, and then be like, we got to be over here to help out the missions. Losing the radio and then being in the blind, like where I would have to do whatever we had to do, then go wait till we respawned or find somebody on the field who knew what was going on. I lost a lot of my abilities as my being squad leader. That would be my one thing I didn't like. Was I liked having the radio. I felt like it kept me more engaged in the game to know what's going on as a player who's like more of a beginner.
Fair. So we talked about this earlier.
Yeah.
I might have gapped out not listening to you right there, but I was pulling something up because I want to give a shout out to somebody here in a minute. But what happens now? We're out on the field. Did you mention if somebody was at home for security? Like what happens if, say, I'm out on that field, my wife can't get a hold of me because like my phone's down, my phone's dead or whatever, but she knows she can get a hold of Pat. What if we're separated? Pat reads that and I'm off in the battlefield. Pat's having dinner because he's sitting off for 20 minutes. I got to get a hold of Tango. Getting a hold of me on the radio. Can't. It's jammed. Maybe there's an emergency back home. So for that kind of thing, that's the only reason why I don't like the jamming. That's the only reason right there. Besides that, I like the jamming. That's part of the real deal shit. Maybe there's missions that you can do that takes off that jam. And now they can't jam you for no longer. Maybe there's part of missions because we don't know yet, right? Maybe there's something in behind that little story that we're missing that can happen.
There could be channel 1 might not have been jammed. I don't know. I didn't have to go on channel 1.
But just for the safety reasons, like maybe if something happened and you got a contact, that's the only reason I don't like the radio jamming. Besides that, you can play some music in it if you want. I don't care. I'll just go radio silent until we kick some ass. We'll just go Vietnam style and yell back and forth at each other. I don't care. Like I love that part of it though, because I like Pat, and I've said it since day one. I've said it 1,000 times. You've heard me say it. If it can happen in real life, I like to play that in a game. I like that part about it. Just as long as there's a way we can counter it.
Yeah.
Maybe when you jam somebody, they're only like 20-minute jams at a time or something.
That's I know I've seen other events that they have like dedicated channels, but again, this is like I feel like this is like a high level milsim, and it's part of the game. I fully understand. It's a minor thing on my part. Left for game staff. Exactly. They would have 1 and 2. There we go.
Channel 1 and 2. Okay, cool.
I remember hearing 1 and 2 are protected, but again, I am very ignorant to how the jamming works. I'm just assuming some dude's throwing strawberry jam at our antenna and nothing works. That's above and beyond. We had a guy in our command little HQ building, Mr. Connor Farragon, I believe his name was. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But that man was on the radio comms all day, keeping people informed on what they were doing, where to be, what was going on. That was a thankless job, and I thank him for it. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Like I said, having that radio in the morning was key on me keeping my squad in the game and stuff to do. And it was just like more immersive, hearing the radio and all that stuff. New guy things. Yeah, 100%.
100% new guy things.
Self-admitted, filthy casuals.
Filthy casuals. We were all new guys out there. And you know what? This is a good segue for what I want to share there, Pat. So if you want to go ahead there, homeboy, and remove those frames for me. There you go. There you go. Remove those frames. There you go. There we go. We're going to add this to stage. New guy things. New guy things. New guy things. See, PJ, in no way is this we're going to burn your balls here, brother. This is a good thing. Ladies and gentlemen, for a new guy, this guy here is blowing it up down there in Toronto in the GTA. He's out there every weekend. I believe he said at Action Airsoft or somewhere. No, he's with Nico. Where's Nico go? See, I'm fucking this up already. Anyways, this guy here, he shows up. It's his first mil sim. He gets thrown to the wolves as a medic, goes out there, kicks ass. Like, from what I've seen through the video, I've watched this pretty much all the way through now. And I would say go give it a view. He describes a lot of things, goes into it really good, explains his kit, his sponsors. He does it all really legit. I like it. So, Pat, I just want to press play for a minute, and I just want to give this guy a shout out for coming out full kit, bringing his team. He introduced his whole team, his whole squad, what they were doing. And then we had little shy Nico. He just wouldn't bite. He's like, Nico, what are you running? I got this gun. What is it? Like, Nico, break it down. Yeah, it's this. Nico wouldn't bite, but Nico,
We love
come
you.
on. He wants you to break it down for us. But yeah, let's check this out real quick.
Contact left, close left. That's a good one. Straight ahead.
They drove by me and I got this on video too.
Moving! Your left exit!
Oh, the launcher action.
Did you see that launcher
Alright, so
action?
before we get started on the gameplay footage, I want to give a massive shout out to Peros Designs. They have sent me out a full kit for me to run for my very first Milsim. It is a
That's
fully
solid.
decked out kit from Peros. These guys are located in Toronto, Canada. I cannot disclose their location, but if you guys are and willing to support local businesses, these guys are your main guys. Now,
There you go.
These guys
So-
deal in the
So listen to the informative information he kicks out right here about the mag pouches.
real
Listen.
steel world. So I expect nothing but the highest quality of production when it comes from their products. They sent out their new LPS PC, which stands for Low Profile Sleek Plate Carrier. The boys over at Peros swayed me into choosing a 308 placard instead of our 556, with some 556 inserts that I had to buy separately. But the reason why I want the 308 placard and they swayed me into it is because you're not limited to just a 556 mag the entire time. You can take away the insert. You can put a smoke grenade or a tagging grenade. It is big enough. It is going to be a tight fit with a tagging grenade. They did have some tensions on these where you would just take the elastic and strap it up. Personally, I hate those. This is just airsoft. This is not the real steel world. But as a real steel company out there that's making for
I'm gonna skip it here just so he talks about. I got to give a shout. If we're giving a shout out to him, we got to give a shout out to his team too, right? So I just wanted him to. I like how he explained why his sponsors. They told him this is what you're running and this is what we're suggesting and why. But I like this. This is pretty funny. Let's check this out.
rocking today.
All right, what up, guys? I'm today's LMG, also medic, right here. You can see my trusty
Probably fucked us up.
M249 para with a F2 inside as a secondary for when we're indoors. Got my P320 M18 here, and then I'm also rocking an AC sling. Shout out to them, and got some. And that's pretty much it.
Perfect. Okay. So you're a medic with me.
Let's go.
He's going to shoot me in the back of the head. For sure, just to res me. All right.
Probably gonna be resing him the most.
All right. Next up, we got Nico.
All right.
This is
Tell me
classic.
about your kit. Where's your gun?
My gun.
Brother, get your gun, God. Time is of the essence.
Ruining the video. Nico is ruining the video.
Yo, Nico's used to mag fed time and shit, right? So he's probably still. Once the sun got into him, it was probably like, yeah, okay, I'm full airsoft now, right?
Your kit.
All right. Shooting the MTW today. I also have the AliExpress Warrior kit on because, why spend money?
Fair.
Tell me about your gun.
It's just pretty much stock MTW just with a bunch of nice attachments on the outside. Besides that, it's all stock and ready to go.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you. All right, so up next, we're gonna talk to my boy Andre.
I love
He's
you,
got some
Nico.
Gucci shit on. I can already see it from here. Let's see what he's rocking. My man, what are you rocking today? Hold the
Tiger
mic.
stripe is best stripe.
Oh yeah.
Name's Andre. I'm the team's AT, which is anti-tank. Today I'm running my MTW, trusty gun. And then for my anti-tank roll, I have the Ares M320. I'm going to be using tag and chalk rounds with those.
Nice.
As for the kit, lightweight plate carrier, 7 mags. This is the Feral Concepts FCPC, and that's about it. Pretty nice maneuverable kit, versatile. Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you for that. You made me look poor. Just ask me, do I look sweet? Before the fucking camera started rolling. This is a blooper, obviously. This is a blooper, obviously.
This is gonna be a
Yes,
clip
I am,
for sure.
bro. I'm gonna post that. Everyone here heard it, right? He said, "Do I look sweet?" He said, "Yes."
like, yo, does my cock look big in here?
What do you think?
He's like, yo, does my cock look big here?
I'm telling you, bro. Get away from JT, but we gotta do this. All right, one take. All right. So we've got 2 more people. We've got JT and Alex. We're gonna do JT first because right now Alex is in the commander meeting. So JT, what are you rocking?
I am running a SIG MCX, basically stock AF with the max hop up, max trigger.
Nice and quiet.
And then, yeah, everything AliExpress.
I love AliExpress.
That's it.
AliExpress Warriors.
There's a
All right, so
reason why I
last we
wanted to
got,
show this part too,
Ace.
right?
Let's see what he's running today. Brother,
Just
what are you
bear
running
with
today?
me.
So we got Spiritus LV119 plate carrier. We got 3 mags in the front. I have 2 mags on the side.
You know this boy's all
Smoke,
business
my
with the white
radio.
monster.
I have my
Yeah.
Wolverine right here.
What engine do you have in this?
The Wolverine
I have the Wolverine.
Gen 2, you know. Vortex UH1. Dummy Engol for the LARP. Some shitty Amazon flashlight. And yeah, that's what I'm rocking today still.
All right, so what is your status in our team? What are you like? What are you? Because I'm a medic. What are you?
Today I'm gonna be team leader.
Ooh, team
It's
leader.
my team leader right here, boy. I want to be in the back, you know that, right? I want to shoot you in the back of the head, and I'm not gonna medic you.
You and me both. I lifted the troops.
All right, so yeah, they look like a good group of cats, man, going out there having fun. Nico, he's always linked up with a good group of people to ball with when it was back in the day when it was mag fed. Now he's playing airsoft, so I'm sure these guys are just a great bunch out there. You've seen their spirits; they were high. They didn't care if they were rocking like major Gucci gear. They didn't care if it was from AliExpress, Pat, which is like your main piece of mail that comes to you from AliExpress like 3 times a week.
I love
But it just shows you
AliExpress.
guys, like, you can have so much fun out there. You don't have to have the Gucci's gear, but like PJ was saying, you want to have some Gucci gear. Like I would
You need a little
say,
drip.
like you need some drip, right? And I would say like your first line gear, I would say like your chest rig or your plate carrier. Make sure that's something good and solid because it's gonna go through a fucking beating 100%. Like it's total different, the wear and tear that you put on it, and it feels good putting something on that's like real steel kicking now, right? Like I'm not pulling first strikes out of this mag out of here. Like I'm pulling like, sure, it's 130 BBs, but I'm still having fun with it. It just feels better. And seeing what was his gas blowback, PJ, what was his GBBR? He said what it was, or
I
did we
can't
pass
remember.
that part?
I failed this part of the test.
Oh fuck, Pat, come on, man.
But yeah, like having some Gucci kit, like I had my ace
But
stack.
The main,
chest rig.
sorry, and I'm gonna finish that right here.
Okay,
So the main thing is I wanted to give him a shout out. So that's one reason why I wanted to show the video. Man, like the guy went through, he has different perspectives from all his teammates on it. He put the video together in less than a week, hard work, did his thing. And the second reason why I wanted to show his team at his crew off, because we used to have a tip to tail on our paintball podcast.
right.
So this kind of just brings back some memories of a tip to tail, getting the full rundown on what you guys are rocking. So PJ, you and you guys, your team, thank you very much for that there rundown. Gives me some tips on what to get for next time. And I'll be sure to check out one of those sponsors for your mags. I got to do up my plate carrier
There you
for my
go.
purchase. But yeah, back to the show, Pat.
Yeah, I ran my Ace Tac chest rig that I got from Tier 1 Armaments, and it ran really good all day. Be it I was using my LMG, so the chest rig was purely just to hold grenades and other doodads like power bars and stuff like that. That's pretty much, yeah. There it is, my little Ace Tac chest rig, my Merrill hiking shoes, hiking boots, whatever. Yeah, man, everything ran good all day. The fact that I can wear my prescription safety glasses is amazing. It's like upgraded optics. It's definitely a game changer. I can't wait for this winter for laser eye surgery. It's going to be a game changer. But yeah, man, it was an amazing day. I'm looking forward to the next one. That's a fact. And
so I got one more battle. Because I know it's coming up on an hour here. So I have one more battle story.
yes,
And then I want to explain why we pussied out and left. Okay.
there we go.
Okay. So you guys got taken out. There was a few of us left, and we lost the fob. So Tom and I, we went flanking in. And if anyone could have seen what we did, or if you're in the chat and if you were some of the ones we ran up on, please, you got to vouch for us here. So Tom and I are the only 2 left. You were ready to call RTB. I know you were ready to call RTB. The fob was right there. So Tom's like, fuck it. Let's try and make a fight for it. Worst case, we're going to RTB. So I was like, all right, brother, I'm with you. Let's go. Fresh mag in, both of us. We start going in. We start flanking in. We're taking our time. We're probably about 25 yards out from their fob. So if you're on the roadway looking at the fob, we were on the right-hand side of the bush in the tree line, probably, like I said, 25, maybe 30 yards in, not even. So we're laying there, and Tom's like, don't fucking move. Like, don't move. So we look, bro, there's like 10 or more of them coming in. And as they come in, they're coming in to spawn up. So we hear their whole plan for about 5 minutes. But 5 minutes is feeling like 25 minutes, right? And it's just me and Tom. Tom's like 10, 15 feet from me. And he's just like whispering, like, don't move, shut the fuck up, like nothing. So I'm like pointing at my frag, like, do we frag him? And he's just like, hold on. So we're sitting there. Next thing you know, they're all talking. They come out and they start patrol right in front of us. Bro, if one of them would have looked to their left, they would have laced us. Tom's like, shut. And I'm slowly moving from 12 o'clock to my 9 o'clock so I can keep them, right? And I just got to move so slow. They keep walking. And it reminded me, you know, the movie Tears of the Sun, when they're walking through the jungle and they grab the baby and they're like, you got to be quiet. It reminded me of that part. So next thing you know, their patrol goes out. Then you see them hooking back like they're coming in behind us. And I'm like, they think there's more of us and they're trying to like ambush us. So they get going. Tom's like, what is frag out? I'm thinking, not right now. If we hit these guys, they're going to hear that frag and we've got like 15 more guys coming back on us. We're done. So we're laying there just as we're getting ready to move out on these. Like, there had to have been 5. So there's like 5 or 6 of them. 4 more come into spawn. Tom's like, we got to go. We got to do it, right? I'm like, no, I'm thinking we got to go. We got to do it. Tom's like, no, hold on. Like, just sit tight. I'm completely prone, bro. Like, right down. Tom's kneeled
in the
up.
weeds.
In the weeds. This guy comes out on patrol and he's walking like right towards me to come take the tree line where you sent aerial. He's walking out. He just looks at me and he's just getting ready to bring up his gun. I'm like, Tom, throw, whoa, 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 whoa. The whole thing just went off. Tom comes running in from the back. There's a guy in the window. Tom throws a grenade over this way, blows these guys up. I come pushing the front. There was 8 people there, and we took out 6, or there was 10, and we took out 8. There was a guy and a girl out front. We didn't see them, and when I come, Tom got hit. But when I come back, wrapping around, just come see if I can medic Tom. That's when the guy and the girl got me. Fuck this up, bro. It was lost because if we would have had them, I was coming back. I was our medic. I was coming back to heal you guys. We were taking that fall back over. Fuck, it was so tense, dude. When we came out, I was shaking for like 15 minutes.
Oh, look at this. I was at that guy.
Yo, Kyle, tell me. Like, you got to put it in the chat, like, how intense that was. Bro, it was wild. When I came out of that fight, I looked at Tom. When I seen you guys, man, my hands were just vibing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, dude, it was the real fucking deal, man. Like, that's, you don't, like, no offense to any of you paintball people that put events to get on or nothing. Like, you guys need to come check this shit out. Like, this was heavy hit and nobody was fucking around. I love that stuff. Kyle, great battle, buddy. Great battle. That was awesome. That was my highlight of the day, and my takeaway was, which I already mentioned.
There you go. But no.
Awesome. So why'd we leave early? Why were we pussies, Pat?
Well, I was gassed, and I'm pretty sure I hurt my knee. That's one of the reasons I'm off this week, recovering. I have a doctor's note and everything. But yeah, we were very tired at that point because we never left the field, and we just had to, for real, RTB, go back to base because we had guys driving far and stuff. So yeah, we just like, all right, gotta get out the field. And that was a long walk back, man, like carrying all our shit out. Oh my god,
after a long day. Yeah. But you know what, like, I was kind of like not upset with us or myself, because there's been games, as anyone in the chat knows, or anyone watching this afterwards knows, that I've been so dehydrated. I've been hospitalized at big games before. So my main thing was pacing myself, controlling myself. And if I could see nightfall, that was my main thing. So I seen nightfall. I definitely, like, If I had night vision, I would definitely play at night, or if I had thermal, I would definitely stick around and do a night game. But I think right now, until we establish that in our team, night vision or thermal stuff like that, I'm gonna stick to these like just until dark time.
Yeah.
So that's that, just until we're ready, because man, once we get night vision and start doing shit, we're gonna have so much fun fucking people up, getting fucked up. Like, it's gonna be a blast. But that's down the line. Right now, we're just playing around, seeing what events we like, which ones we're gonna go to, and so far, out of the 2 events that we've been to this year,
They're both amazing.
great. They've been amazing, man. Like, I haven't had that much that much intensity of battles like all day. Like, I thought for sometimes like we would see a lot more traffic moving with the vehicles and stuff like that. No, the way with the technicals, but no, it all worked out great. Like, everyone had their mission, right down to the mayor and all the doctors and everybody was written in with something. It was just put together. Like, I've never experienced nothing like it. And to see other people that put on events there playing, supporting it and doing things like that, we didn't see that a whole lot in paintball. We've seen Adam and Ryan Bell going to different events and supporting other people, but we've seen people from all different events that have put them together and they were there. So for that, the community's pretty good that way too. Everybody was friendly, welcomed us with open arms.
Absolutely.
And and the last thing I just want to say, it felt good walking around, checking out people's replicas, their guns, whatever you want to call them, without being just a body kit or a standard T15 M4 body style. That it felt so good to see everybody's creations, their paint jobs, their custom work, their kit, everything. It's just so phenomenal. It was great.
But he had a Gustav let me handle it. It was pretty sweet. It's just, like I said, it's a different thing. Before being on the outside, like, I played airsoft way back when I was younger, but it was nothing this organized. Like, we just had our own guns and we'd play at my house. Like, I never played at a field. The accessibility of it back then was also very hard. I had an Asian friend and he'd get us our airsoft stuff. For us to get things, like, it wasn't like you go to a store and buy it. That wasn't the thing. Like, he knew a guy in Chinatown. He would get us our airsoft guns. So the accessibility now is unreal.
I agree with Nico. Felt so good not having to walk around. Like, no offense to the people that we always, partake in or going to hang out with at paintball events. No, like, it's always great going around shooting the shit, talking to them, but being able just to show up, not know a whole lot of people, get your kid on, do your thing, and then go mingle. That was awesome. I agree, Nico. That was good.
It is kind of nice to be a faceless person in the masses. But yeah, man, airsoft has come a long way since I first started playing. The accessibility now and like the organization is just unreal. And seeing what they're doing is crazy. Like, these events are nuts. They're next level. I can't wait to go to more and see what's going on. Like, there's events with helicopters and stuff like that. It's just, to me, it's just crazy. Like, and it's like the sky's the limit. Like, what are they going to do next? Yeah. You got like 10, 15 vehicles at the field. Like, that's incredible. We were impressed with when we go to a field and they have like 1 or 2 tanks. Like, that's pretty cool. They've got a mountain of vehicles. Like, it's, I don't know. Like, there's things that could be learned. Event organizers, go to some of these events. If you were listening and you were a paintball event organizer, go check out one of these airsoft events. There's a reason why they're doing so good.
And go play 3 or 4 of them.
Yes.
And really dig in and get your feet wet before you put one on. Like, go really dig in and check it out, because like, this ain't a diss or nothing. You don't want to bring what didn't work or didn't fly and what you couldn't get there over with you. It's total different. Like, it's different.
Learn from these
man
guys.
It's totally different. Like, go, like, that's why also, before I even go into these heavy milsim games where you got hard, heavy hitters up here, bro, and I want to make sure, like, listen, I'm fighting to get that 10 hours in, not alone that 16 hours in. Like, when you go to nightfall and you start playing with the big boys and start hitting in those leagues, like, that's totally different. Go experience a few of the games first, then go write yourself one, get in the mix, or go experience a few of these games as a player before you just go jump into a milsim. Like, I'm not going to mention no names, but there was a guy on our team that showed up with one battery, half charged, and a couple of mags.
Still had a blast all day.
Still had a blast all day. And this ain't a diss. This is just showing that we're new to this. So how unprepared some people can really be. So it's something that you really got to go through and make sure you're fully ready for it. You're out there for a long time. And the price that you pay for an airsoft event and what we get out of that, you're going to have to give me 3 or 4 paintball games to get that, because, man, I'm getting in one game for airsoft, like what was registration?
It's like
I don't know.
$75.
So $75, and we got that, and we're paying. You got to really impress me. And no offense to the MagFed, but that's where the community went different. People went this way. A lot of the writers are maybe seeing what it was like, the organizers, and thought this is the way to go. I don't know, but just make sure when you get into it, you get into it. It's another rabbit hole. It's a fucking fun rabbit hole to go down to. But before we take off, we don't have sponsors to shout out, but we do have some people in the chat. Andrew Mitchell, yes, it was great meeting you, brother. You and your wife, checking you out, doing your little Barbie girl dance up there and hearing you out there on the field, pushing us around, telling us where to go. I greatly appreciate it. Chit chat, and you're sharing our content. Greatly appreciated. Mike Monte, he is saying Tonka Tactical slated. Yes, he was on fire. He was going out there on crazy flanks that we didn't even have to go with him. We just seen where he was going. He did his thing.
Absolutely, his kids were killing it.
Dude, and it's great to see the father and kids come out there together. You know, like the family or daughters if they're going to play. Now, this is from the man himself, Mr. Mike, Magic Mike right here. Super impressed with all the players. Some of the craziest firefights I've seen. Amazing community. Yes, it is, Mike. Thanks for providing home now to a lot of paintballers or a lot of airsofters that lost PRZ. Like I've said it once, I've said it twice, I'll say it 1,000 times. There is no next PRZ. This is not the next PRZ. This is the first compound. And brother, this is phenomenal. This is amazing. I love what you're doing. We talked backstage. I heard some of your plans that you have for the future. Just keep it going, buddy. You've got the community there to support you. Great people. This was from PJ. Thank you guys. Glad you guys had a great time like us. Absolutely, PJ. You know what? Pat's talking about coming up through over the summer or in the off season to do some indoor balling. Maybe we can come down into your neck of the woods and you guys can show us some of the ropes over there. And last but not least, this was the GBBR he was using.
VFCE.
All right. Okay. So with all that being said, I would like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Thank you for all your comments, your sharing, your laughs, your knowledge that you've given us, and just continue to kick ass out there on the field, whether it's the paintball field, airsoft field. Just have fun, support one another, have fun while you're at it, make good memories, make good relationships, build bridges, don't build walls. Pat, want to take us out?
One more thing. We will be having a Frontline Paintball podcast episode coming up. We will be having a paintball episode. It'll be within the next week or so once we get it nailed down because of just time for the person we're trying to get on. But we haven't forgot the paintball friends out there. We still do episodes. We just do both now. That's why we've had that defined separation of Through the Haze and the Frontline Paintball podcast. Same people, Frontline Productions, 2 different things. But yes, we play both. We like all things involve shooting. So we're going to have somebody coming on. We'll get that out to you. We love all you guys. And as always, we will see you on the front lines.
Take care, everyone. See you on the front lines. You got it? You got outro video. No, got to get rid of that, bro. It's been a while. It's been a while. I got you.
You got me. Just make up. I'm a failure.
No, you're not a failure. It's supposed to be playing, but it's not playing.